Hello, my loves. Welcome to Tuesday and back in Miss Ball's bedroom for math. We have a special guest today. You might hear her breathing because she's old and she breathes heavy. So I'm going to show you. Who's here? There she is. That's my little Bailey. You'll sometimes hear barking on our reading lessons when we're outside. She had a surgery about a week ago on her leg, and she's still recovering from that. She's old. She is 13 and a half, and she'll be 14 in December. So she's my girl. I've had her since she was born. So I'm all she's ever known as a mama. So she is enjoying me being at home and feeding her more often and taking care of her after her surgery. So if you guys hear some panting in the background, it's just Bailey. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of a distraction. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started with our next lesson in math. We are still doing addition, and we are back to using not kids, but things. We're going to be adding things. On the front page of this lesson, you see some fish. Now, I want you to notice the direction that the fish are facing. We have two groups of fish, and it's kind of hard to figure out, the two groups. But they made it really easy for us, and there's two groups of fish kind of facing this way, and then there's another fish facing this way. So these two fish are talking to this one fish. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a circle around my two sets. Here's my first set, and then here's my second set. And you remember that that first number represents your first set. So how many fish are in that first set? Two fish. And how many fish are in that next set? Just one. So if we were to count them all together, 1, 2, 3 fish all together. 2 plus 1 equals 3. A little wacky 3. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look to the back. Now, they've given us some more sets. And the sets are, like the fish, they are facing inward. So it's easy to see the two different sets. So they haven't given us different things. They've given us the same thing, but we're able to figure out that they're two different sets because one is facing this way and one is facing this way. Also, for number 1, the apple, we can see that the helicopters, there's a set on the ground and then there's a set in the sky. So they're kind of working on opposites as well, which we will talk a little bit more about in reading this week. So we've got some on the ground and some in the sky, so that's opposite. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle around each set. All right, how many helicopters are in the first set? 2. And how many helicopters are in the second set? 3. Now let's count to be sure and cross them out as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many helicopters altogether? 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. All right, so the next set, we've got some, what do those look like? They kind of look like mangoes, but mangoes are like a avocado or something, but I think they're supposed to be canoes because that looks like water. So again, they're facing inward, and they're opposites again. We've got one canoe on land and then one and a set of canoes in the water, right? So let's go ahead and draw some circles around our canoes. How many canoes in the first set? Just one guy sitting up on the shore by himself. How many canoes in that second set? 3. There's 3 canoes in that second set. Now let's go ahead and count them all together. Look, they didn't give it to us this time. We've got to figure it out. Let's cross them out as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, over, and down some more to make the numeral 4. All right, so these guys look like blimps. If you go to a football game, you might see them flying over the stadium, a blimp. And again, They're facing inwards and they're opposites. We've got some that are grounded and some that are up in the sky. So let's circle those two sets. Okay. How many in your first set? 3. How many in your second set? 2. How many all together? They didn't tell us. We've got to figure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross them out as you count so you don't lose your place. Down, around, and put on a hat. Now, we're at the point in the school year where you should not be writing those 5s backwards anymore. So if your number 5's tummy is facing this way, erase it and face his tummy that way. Okay? His tummy faces the right, not the left. All right. Okay, looks like the same thing. We've got some opposites going on and we've got them facing each other. So we've got some paddle boats or rowboats. They're facing each other, so we can tell they're 2 different sets. We've got one on land and we've got some in the water. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and circle our groups. How many in that first group? Lonely guy again. How many in that second group? 4. Just like a die set up. 4. You should be able to look at that and tell what it is. Let's go ahead and count them all together. Cross them out as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, around, and put on a hat. They must have known that Miss Ball was getting on to you guys about the way your 5s are facing, so they gave you one more to practice. Belly's facing towards the right. All righty, I'm going to let you guys do the next 2 on your own. You're going to circle your 2 groups. You're going to trace your numbers and you're going to write how many in all. You're going to cross them out as you count. Okay, you guys do that. All righty. Now looking at the airplanes, we've got they're facing inward again. We've got some on the ground and some up in the sky. So you should have circled 1 set and 2 sets. There's 3 planes that are on the ground. There's 1 guy in the sky. Let's count all together how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, over, and down some more. All right, again, facing each other. Some are on shore, some are in the water. I'm gonna go ahead and circle those sets. How many in your first set? 2. How many in your second set? 3. Cross them out as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, another 5. Look at that. They just wanted you to practice. They knew. They knew some of y'all were slipping. I said, oh, been out of school a long time. I bet their 5s are backwards. Let's give them a few. They did. Get those bellies facing the right side. All righty. And on the back, we are going to be drawing our own stories. Okay? We're not going to worry about number 2 today. We're just going to do number 1, the apple. I'm going to draw 2 sets. So they've got to be facing inward and they've got to be opposite. So let's see, facing inward and opposite. How about, this ball loves to draw so much. All right, so that's the best I can do right now. So I've got 2 boys and 2 girls. 2 little boys from Miss Ball's class and 2 little girls. Is it you? Does that look like you? Does that look like you? So how many in the first set? 2. How many in the second set? 2. And we shouldn't have to count that. We know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull out our number of the day. Number of the day. All right. So we are going to go ahead and do our next number of the day. We're going to go ahead and do number 2. Curve around and slide to the right. What number comes before 2? 1. Very good. What number comes after 2? 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. So how many cubes are we going to color? 2. 1, 2. All right. Tally it. So we're going to do 1, 2. 2 tally marks. I want us to write the word. Remember yesterday I said 1 looked funny. What do you see this? 2. It's not like our sight words 2 and 2. 2. English is so crazy. All right. We're going to go ahead and color 2 on the 10 frame. I'm going to keep them right next to each other because it's a lot easier to know by looking if they're right next to each other. All right, so yesterday I drew a flower. So today I'm going to draw 2 hearts because I love you so much and I miss you. All right, so there's your number of the day. All right. Okay, that's all I've got for you. So if it's time for you to head on over to iReady, you guys do that. I hope you're having a great day, great start to your week. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, wherever you are, and we'll do some more math together. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.